sleeting and freezing rain yesterday. Today it got up to almost 50, but now it's cooling off fast and raining. So how do you keep your chickens healthy? At least that's what I translate the question into. The question I actually get a lot is, what kind of medicines do you keep on hand? And the answer to that surprises a lot of people, but I don't keep anything on hand. I like to move the hens every day. Once summer gets rolling, right now with the snow and the mud, and I just haven't been moving them every day. But moving them every day or very frequently is the best way to keep them healthy. Dust baths, which they like to make their own dust baths, and to me there's nothing wrong with that. You can get sand and give them a dust bath to use, but if you're moving them around a pasture, they seem to, at least in my experience, they seem to like to find their own dust bath. So normally the best way to do this, and why I love the chickshaw so much, is you keep them locked up at night, don't let them get out in the morning, and then move them while they're in the chickshaw. They ran out of food, I don't know, 3-4 hours ago. Get this fence out of the way here. The worst thing about this Premier One netting is getting it all tangled up. Once you do that, it is horrible to get untangled. Go grab the food. Some of that feed got wet this morning. It was stuck in there. That's why I took the feeder apart and let them clean up the rest of it. There's about almost 60 chickens in here with roosters and hens. So that means they need about 25 pounds a day of food. Situations like this where they don't want to move, we're going to take this, because chickens like to follow the fence line when you're trying to move them like this. We're going to put this over here, create a little funnel. Now when they try to run the fence line, smart, huh? There you go. There. Now we're all moved over. So now that I got the chickens all moved over, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. And that's something you guys probably noticed in the background as I was filming the first part of this. And that's this poor hen who died. And that's what brought me into finally making a video about this subject. It's because I get that email a lot and I try to answer it every time, but we get a lot of messages and emails already, even as a small channel. Did I notice that this hen was sick or acting under the weather? Yeah, I did. Did I give it medicine? No, I didn't. For multiple reasons. There's not much to offer for chicken medicine, for one. And for two, I want to raise chickens that survive how I raised them. Now, it would be one thing if the whole flock was sick. I mean, that's something that is alarming, and you would want to go get a vet and figure out what that is. And how you treated it from there would be up to you and your vet. At least that's how I would address it. But a chicken dying here and there because they got sick for who knows what reason. I mean, it's been rainy, snowy, nasty. It might be because they don't go in the coop when they should, or they sit out in the rain. I don't know. And there's no way that I'm gonna know. So it just is what it is. And I know some of you aren't gonna like that answer, but it's the truth. And this is the kind of genetics that I'm breeding on. If I wasn't breeding chickens, maybe I'd try to save them a little more. But I want to make sure that I'm breeding chickens that can survive out on pasture, that can survive out in weather, that can survive in the snow if they have to. I still want to take care of them. I'm giving them shelter. I'm making sure they're comfortable, giving them good quality feed, good water, moving them on grass as much as I can. So if they can't survive in this element, then that's what happens. And it's not pretty. It's not what I like to see. I don't want to see any of my chickens die, but it happens. If this hen did have something wrong with her and I was to baby her on, how many eggs is she gonna lay this summer? How many chicks is that gonna hatch out to be? And those chicks are gonna go out to multiple different people. And what if somebody picked one of those chicks as a rooster to breed their flock? And it's just weak genetics. That's not what I want to see at all. So I'm definitely not going to baby anything and have it in my breeding flock to where that might get out there and really affect somebody else. Not only me, but affect somebody else. So that's my stance on medicine. Obviously, when it comes to bigger animals, you have to weigh out your options. They cost so much that, you might want to save them. But, I mean, we're selling grass-fed, all-natural milk. We're not giving those cows any medicine. To be honest with you, I haven't had any of them get sick enough to where they needed medicine. And if they did need medicine, yeah, I would save them. But then they would have to go to a different farm or something else at that point. So that's my stance. I know some of you might not like it, but that's how we do it here at the Recreational Homestead, to give you guys good, hardy genetics.